Hi, I'm Cookie, and that's my carbon monoxide detector, but don't worry, I don't smell anything. It's a false alarm. Nobody wanted to play with you, huh? It's like grammar school all over again. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
Hats for rats. What? They're good enough for medical testing, but not good enough for a hat? Let them have a hat, for God's sake. It's all they've got.
Try to choose the wrong answer, brought to you by our sponsor, to get prizes and cash. Okay, let's hit it.
Get ready, time for question 1.
To get things rolling, I specialize in ailments of the man-bear pig. If an ENT doctor were to inspect the children from the cartoon South Park, what would she probably notice about them? They're missing their N's and their T's. They're missing their E's, their N's, and their T's. As Kenny would say. You goddamn fucking idiot! Next time, try this. An ENT doctor specializes in ear, nose, and throat. The South Park kids have throats, but no visible ears or noses. But considering the horrible things that come out of their throats alone, perhaps it's for the best.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
And on its way, microwave Eggman on high for 7 minutes. And it's a trippy dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 items, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's something mentioned in the lyrics of the Beatles song, I Am the Walrus, or an ingredient in Stouffer's meatloaf and gravy frozen dinner. If it's in I Am the Walrus, press the square button. If it's in Stouffer's meatloaf and gravy frozen dinner, press the circle button. Okay, let's move. Cornstarch, cornflake, yellow matter custard, pork, beef powder, molasses, penguin, cuckoo, pretty good. And if there's one thing that can last longer than frozen meatloaf, apparently it's Ringo Starr.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Let's try Yo-Yo Ma is so sick of your bitching. So, you know how people are always saying, oh, look, I'm playing the world's smallest violin when I try to tell them my very serious problems? That really ticks me off. If I wanted to tell somebody who's whining about their problems, oh, look, I'm participating in the world's smallest string quartet, how many tiny violins would I need to pretend to play? 1 tiny violin, 2 tiny violins, 3 tiny violins, or 4 tiny violins? A string quartet typically consists of 2 violin players plus a violist and a cellist. And not one of them gives a shit about your problems. How about, from space, Earth looks so apple-teeny? What would you see on the science show Cosmos if it were really about drinking Cosmos? Neil deGrasse Tyson buzzing from vodka? Neil deGrasse Tyson drunk on gin? Neil deGrasse... What a pity. This would have worked. Cosmopolitans are made from vodka, triple sec, and, a few other ingredients. And while the show would be entertaining, it would probably just get people arguing about whether Cosmos were perfected over time, or if they came from a giant mixologist in the sky.
5 fingers.
Take a good look at Skyfall Out Boy. So, I finally got around to seeing Skyfall, and...
Oh, yoo-hoo! Cookie Masterson! It's me!
Oh, great, it's Billy again.
It's not Dilly, it's Dutty!
Oh, great, it's Betty again.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me. I've decided to become a famous movie actress.
Again, this wig is not convincing at all, Billy.
So I'm going to audition to be a Bond girl.
Whoa, careful, Betty. It's usually not safe to be a Bond girl. Have you seen a James Bond movie?
I've seen pretty much all of them. Which James Bond girl gets killed before the end of the movie? Tussie Galore, Clancy O'Toole, Neri Goodnight, or Octotussie? Tussie Galore, Neri Goodnight, and Octotussie make it to the end of the movie, but Clancy O'Toole drowns in a swimming pool in Diamonds Are Forever. So I'll just be surviving Bond girl like Tussie Galore or Octotussie.
Please, just stop saying Tussie.
I'm not saying Tussie, I'm saying Tussie.
This is making me uncomfortable.
Well, don't be such a Tussie.
Let's say so long to round 1, and hopefully you'll do even better in the next round. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. And don't forget, our wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting to be picked. Now get out there and make me proud. Try this on for size. Witty Twister. So, I've been watching the HBO series Girls, and wow, every episode has its star Lena Dunham taking off her shirt. They must save a lot of money on wardrobe for that show. If Lena Dunham only starred in shows that featured nudity, which musical could she be in? Pippin, Man of La Mancha, Miss Saigon, or the musical Hair, which is set in the late 1960s to early 70s, sports a famous nude scene, so Lena would feel comfortable doing this show. I once saw a production of Steel Magnolias that featured full-front nudity, until I realized it was a strip club filled with older women.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Bucker up for. We're too po for this house. What kind of homeowner's insurance would be most important to whoever owns the House of Usher from Edgar Allan Poe's story? Giant monster rodent infestation coverage? House randomly crumbling to... Want to see the right answer? At the end of Poe's The Fall of the House of Usher, the house splits in half and then crumbles to the ground for no worldly reason. The point is, if you ever find yourself in the middle of an Edgar Allan Poe story, just make sure you get full coverage on every possible thing. Now, there are no giant rats in the House of Usher, but hopefully there are some rats in your life, because you've just won a Rat Pimp Hat from Hats for Rats. Your rat will be the life of the party with this pimp hat. Gold rat teeth sold separately. Today's wrong answer of the game brings you an extra $8,000. Surprise.
Follow me down to the sea.
Here's one I like to call Honey Crunches of Oats.
Cookie fortune, cookie necessary.
And now, for your entertainment, I will do an impression of a man eating a fortune cookie, using nothing but my hands and this fortune cookie. Pretty uncanny impression, huh? Okay, let's see. There's no such thing as a sure thing. Okay, but if I were betting on the ponies, which of these would be the closest thing to a sure thing? Betting on Mr. Steroids, 1-to-1 odds? Betting on Future... Of the horses listed here, Future Glue with 2-to-5 odds would be the favorite to win, and so, in theory, the closest thing to a sure thing. And that's good enough for me. Hey, Steve the sound guy, put a tin hayseed on Future Glue to jump the gusset.
I don't think those are real things you just said, Mr. Masterson.
Don't give me the quick and the shift, Steve. Just do it.
Whatever you say, Mr. Masterson.
Oh, some people these days, they couldn't tell a hound's whistle from a saw hair to save their grandmother's biscuits. And now, how to eat a ginger. Say Disney decides to do a big screen adaptation of the folktale The Gingerbread Man. Which existing Disney character could they pull out of retirement to play the animal that finally eats the gingerbread man? Mufasa, Robin Hood. In the Disney adaptation of Robin Hood is a fox, just like the character that eventually tricks and eats the gingerbread man in the classic story, so he could conceivably play the part. I think it's finally time a Disney movie ended with the main character being eaten alive. I thought that's how The Little Mermaid was gonna end. Coming up, that question of the month. If Tampax were a company that was always in the red, what would be true? Tampax is profitable. Tampax just... When a company is in the red, it means they're losing money. But I gotta say, it does sound better than Tampax being in the black. Step right up to the Jack Attack when you see two clues that... Oh, do you need to be somewhere? My mistake. Here's your clue. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Lions, lions, and more lions. Oh my. That's the game! I used to think lions were pretty dangerous animals, but according to the YouTube videos I keep seeing, all they really want to do is hug people. That's why I brought one into the studio with me today. Aw, look at him. Come here, buddy. Give us a hug. Come on. Ah! What's happening? This isn't like the videos at all! Why did you lie to me, Internet? Why?
You don't know Jack!
Hi, I'm Kyle Pepper. And ever
What is up, everybody? This is Matthew Dewsbury, and those were the other last few four episodes of You Don't Know Jack 2015. 25 to go.
Okay, we're set.
Attention, there are flowers.
25 down, and 25 to go. Well, I might broadcast some more, 5 more episodes, or 5 more episodes of this, and then I might do for tomorrow or some other day. I might do 10. Might broadcast 10, but I hope you've enjoyed the You Don't Know Jack experience so far. If you did, be sure to drop a like, and if you want to see some more You Don't Know Jack 2015 gameplay, be sure to subscribe. See you soon. Ta-ra.